What is going on, my friends? We are talking about the most underrated badges in 2K25 this year. I made a video like this months and months and months ago. I'm not sure how much it's going to change from the last time we did it, but we need to finish this game off, talking about it in full. So we made a video talking about the most overrated badges. I definitely updated that. There's like 2 or 3 badges in there that weren't on there the first time I did a video like that. So I think we're going to be able to do the same with underrated badges. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe, leave a like if you enjoy the content. I am trying my best to grind and finish this game off strong. I really don't want to play this game anymore. I'm just ready and gearing up for 2K26. I'm just kind of bored with this game. I mean, it's 10 months in, so obviously it's not gonna, you know what I'm saying? You're just kind of gonna get worn out. So it is what it is, but we're gonna finish on a high note. Let's talk about a couple badges here. All right, the first one that we're going to talk about, if you're new to the channel, you may not know what I'm going to say, but if you've been here for a minute, strong handle. My oh my, strong handle. If I ever decide to have a face cam, in the background on my wall is going to be a strong handle badge. I'm not very good at this game, and I thought I could be good, so I joined tournaments, I joined leagues with my 5 bring your own team leagues. And this badge honestly made me perform at a level that I didn't think I could ever get to. The ability to shake locks off of me with 95 speed, 99 perimeter and steal. I needed all the help that I can get to perform at a high level against those kind of people. Playing against 2K pros. This badge it's gonna hang in the rafters in my home when I get older. I mean, this badge is unbelievable. Like, by far and away the most underrated badge in 2K25, and it's not even close. I love this badge. I hope they have something similar to it next year, and I hope it's even better than it was this year. I always ran around with it at Hoff. Gold, all you needed was 73 strength, and as a point guard, you're gonna have, I know it says I'm 6'6", but as a guard, you're gonna have a 95 ball handle usually. And just having a 73 strength, you're going to get strong handle on gold. If your perimeter's high enough, you're going to get immovable as well. It just seemed like too good to be true, honestly. Like, gold, you needed 84 strength to get it on Hall of Fame. I really wish I tried it at Legend, but I'm not a slasher. I'm a shooter. So didn't really feel like it was necessary at all, but I definitely wish I gave it a shot. Very, very fun badge, and I thank you, strong handle. I thank you. The next one I'm going to talk about, still underrated to me, and I didn't really get a lot of good feedback after I said it last video, but I think ankle assassin is not bad. All right. Plenty of times when, if I'm coming off of, one of the things that I really like to do in Pro-Am when I'm competing is I'm using the screen and I'm going so tight off of the screen that I do a De'Aaron Fox, either into a dunk or into a side midi, whether it's to the left or to the right. And this badge popped up most of the time. Whether or not it's stunned every time, I don't know. But to me, if it's popping up, it's stunning them. And I would use this, I would badge +1 this badge to Legend. I really, really liked it. I really, really did. I'd have to go back and watch some gameplays and see just how useful it really was and how much it actually, popped up and was actually doing its thing. Because if you guys play 2K, you obviously know that just because a badge pops up doesn't mean it does anything. That's what makes those badges from last week's video, overrated badges, overrated, because they pop up and they don't really do nothing. But I really feel like this badge was doing something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna owe it any credit like I do strong handle, but it deserves its flowers for me. Like, if you're trying to dribble up combos and you're gonna dribble until you stun someone, then yeah, you're gonna be disappointed. But if you just do your thing, you dribble and don't even think about it, you're just gonna naturally stun them and you're gonna get open and it's gonna be nice. So I do think it's underrated just because everyone hates it, and it, typically this badge doesn't really work, but I feel like it did its thing this year, like all things considered. I mean, there's a lot of badges that don't really do anything, like Dimer. Like, it's not Dimer. It's not like people, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm just yapping, but I think this badge is severely underrated, and I love that badge. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I had someone in one video talk to me about, oh, Pogo Stick is so underrated. Holy smokes, you were right. A buddy of mine has a build that has this badge really high, and I was using it for the twos court. Unbelievable what you're able to do with this badge really, really high. Now, you have to get it up to, you know, Hoff and Legend for it to be kind of broken, which is kind of the case for most of these badges, but regardless, this badge is crazy. Especially when you're undersized, you can kind of just jump, and you're gonna do something. The other person has to time it like perfectly. So very, very solid badge. Not anything too much to talk about with it. I mean, you can kind of just jump over and over and over again when you have it on Legend, which is crazy. So very solid badge. I think the 6'8", 6'9" uber athletic builds that are in Ante-Up these days, like in the 1v1 Wager Me app thing, this badge is doing its thing in there. That's really where I started noticing it, was in those wagers. So really sick, really cool. You know, not as good as, you know, Strong Handle, but it deserves to be talked about and mentioned just a little bit. The next one, again, I don't know how like underrated this badge is. I talked about it in the last video, but you know, Brick Wall, holy, Brick Wall this year was really good. Strong Handle, right? Strong Handle and Brick Wall, I owe my life to after this game. I mean, we had a center this year for our Pro-Am team that had this on Legend, and without that, I don't know what I would be. I don't know what would have happened. I mean, this really dictated the path that I was going to take in my Pro-Am journey. This badge is cracked. This badge will bump, you know, some of the best locks in the game. You kind of have to figure out a way to really be glitchy with the Brick Wall. You know, you kind of have to dance around a screen a little bit, and there are times where it doesn't work, you know, just like any badge in 2K, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's going to work more times than not. You're going to benefit from it more times than not. So especially in this game where there's so much RNG, like I think that's why the 99 stats were so highly used this year and you weren't seeing a ton of well-rounded builds, is because with RNG, it's like, you know, you're not going to hit 80% of your shots, but you're going to hit more shots with the 99 than you would with a 91. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with the Brick Wall. Like, you're going to bump more screens or more people on a screen with a 99 strength than a 91 or whatever Brick Wall is on gold. So, you know what I'm saying? Brick Wall is very, very good. Very nice badge. Very underrated to me, just because we expect it to do well, but I don't think we really understand, like, it does really, really well. So shout out to Brick Wall. The last one I'm going to talk about, that I don't really think this is probably underrated either, but Slippery Offball this year was unbelievable. The dexing that you could do with this badge, I mean, it was really easy to get it on Hall of Fame. All you needed was 92 speed and an 88 agility, and having it on Legend is even crazier. We ran Pro-Am with a 6'8 build and, you know, 89 speed, 89 agility. So we would badge +1 this tier 2 to Hoff, and it got that 6'8 moving, like, got it moving. Let me tell you, it got it moving. So very underrated badge in my opinion. I'm not really too sure, you know what I'm saying, if that's like a hot take. I think that that's pretty understandable. I mean, this is probably the most least go for badge in 2K. This and Offball Pest. Like, you kind of just can get those two badges on gold without trying. But if you know what you're doing on the decks, like, you're gonna be very, very solid, very, very good. I think that's pretty much it. Pogo Stick, Ankle Assassin, Strong Handle, Brick Wall, and Slippery Offball. I do think that those are the 5 most underrated badges. You know what? I'm gonna throw Bailout in there, because this badge on silver is crazy. Another badge that I just abused in Pro-Am. If I didn't like a shot, I passed out of it, and it was a dime 90% of the time. So I'll throw in Bailout in there. Bailout is probably more worthy to be in this list than maybe like a slippery off ball, or Pogo maybe. I think all 6 of those badges are severely underrated. Bailout on gold is crazy. I tried that out once or twice on another account, but silver was crazy, so I can only imagine how good this badge would be on legend. The more, like, bailout is the kind of badge where, like, I would never now go over 89 pass, because you know, bailout bronze is pretty good, but Tyrese Halliburton and dimer any higher than gold is just kind of a waste of time in my opinion. But I would love to try this badge on legend. I think you could just do disgusting things with it, and I'm a passer, so I think I really wish I could try that badge. I'll probably make a video talking about the builds I wish I could try, or that I wish I could make, because I'm not going to make any builds anymore. That would be the definition of addiction. And maybe like the badges I wish I tried and the builds I wish I made. I'll probably make videos on that. But yeah, those are the 6 badges. They're terribly underrated in my opinion. I don't know if that's the right verbiage. They're just very underrated. You know, I think underrated attribute is definitely going to be 85 midi. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video, but that was broken. But yeah, those are the badges that are very underrated. I'm going to stop yapping. But yeah, sub up if you're new, leave a like. We're going to finish this game out the right way. So appreciate the love and support as always. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. Peace.